facing you to the other rooms. Probably will just take 5 minutes questions session. So I just will start with the theme of the session, structure. Have you seen
had positive returns, and private sector that participate for key infrastructure that requires public sector financing. We believe that the presence and the strong presence of international financial institutions in this context is there to address this issue. As you all have noticed,
speaker, Dr. Hassan Fahmy, Chairman of the Investment Fund, GAFI. Dr. Hassan will give us an overview of the investment environment in Egypt and some of the recent activities in that regard. Just since I became a moderator, and I think I will not just would like to introduce the underlying message of investment. Just the situation, to give you an idea, the situation in Egypt in September 2014 in terms of the impediments of investment. And this is based on a report issued by the World Bank in September 2011. If you take the main impediments of investment in Egypt, just 6 months or 9 months, you will find number one impediments was political uncertainty. The last 9 months has done so much because at that time there was no about to start in 22nd of March. Even if there's a delay, it will not be more than a week or so. So by end of the first week of May, I think it's solid, very well established, and will have a partner coming. The second impediments at that time was security. I think is just an introduction to Dr. Hassan Fahmy presentation. Just highlight where largest construction companies in Egypt.